time to get romantic, but not in a 50 Shades of Grey type way. Let's talk some stocks and options. Hey, it's Clay Trader at claytrader.com. I know I took off the suit coat and kind of lowered down the romantic level, but if you watch my other videos, you know that usually I'm in a t-shirt, so I think I'm still looking pretty good and trying to keep the mood up a little bit. In this video, I want to talk about something that oftentimes gets viewed as a negative in regards to options, but I think it's actually a very, very big positive. And in fact, the big money on Wall Street subscribes to this very concept that I'm about to talk about, and that is the number of selections, the number of opportunities available in options compared to stocks. Stocks, yeah, there's ticker symbols all over the place, but in the world of options, not every single ticker is going to give you an opportunity to trade the options. Again, you may be thinking, wait a minute, less opportunities? That doesn't sound right, but let me explain. That's what I want to touch on in this video. So in order to do this, I want to talk about getting romantic. And how do I mean getting romantic within the context of the stock market? And I want to define this as, so romantic, we care about personality. Now, if you're somebody like me that is usually just trading stocks, I do options, but I see different ticker symbols all the time. And sometimes the same ones pop up, other times it's a one-time thing and then it's gone again. But believe it or not, stocks have personalities. Charts have personalities. And myself, I'm a technical trader. The people in my trading group, we're all technical traders, meaning we use charts. And when you stop and think about it, let's think about big money. So when I say big money, I'm talking about Wall Street. Now, when an investment bank or hedge fund or what have you hires their professional traders, they don't go, here you go, trade whatever you want. Here's 30 different ticker symbols. It's not free reign. Many times, it's 1 to 2. I want you to focus on these two stocks. Whenever a big client needs big bulk purchases, we need you to get the best prices possible. And they understand that in order to truly be most efficient, they need to limit their traders to just a few different symbols. Same thing with analysts. Think about an analyst. Does an analyst on Wall Street cover as many tickers as they want? No, they're very specialized. Why do they get specialized? Well, it all boils down to personality. They've got to be able to get romantic with a company, with a stock. In our case, as technical traders, we want to be able to get romantic with a chart and really understand how it moves. And stocks, charts, they do definitely have personalities. Anybody that's been around a while certainly knows what I'm talking about. If you've watched the same price action day after day, all stocks act a little differently. They all have their own little personalities. Now, sure, sometimes a chart is just going to act totally different on news events or something like that. But even when it comes to earnings, lots of stocks, if you watch the same ones over, they act the same way even on those big events such as earnings. So there is a lot of personality out there, but the one downfall kind of with stocks and quote unquote lots of opportunities, which some people think is a good thing, I'm arguing that it's not quite as efficient. Now I make it work, but like I said, I can't really say that I know the personality of really any chart out there. I've had it before. I've gone through during the financial collapse, the ETFs, SKF, FAZ, FAS. I traded those pretty much exclusively. And then a little while ago, I traded Facebook quite a bit when it was very volatile, but that one's personality has totally changed, so I don't even bother with it anymore. But romantic, that's how I'm defining that. And like I said, it's not my word. The big money, they go along with this concept. They understand, that all charts, all stocks, all prices move in a very, similar way day in and day out, which again, I'm calling personality. So let's map this out in terms of an economic model. Again, if you've watched any of my past videos, I like to use these in college I did get a minor in economics, so I like using models because they really summarize things. So over here, we're gonna have our romantic level, which we just spent quite a bit of time talking about. Down here, we're gonna have the number of tickers. So those 4 letters, 3 letters, 1 letter, those number of tickers. And then finally over here, we are going to have time saved. So a quick recap, the higher up here you go, so let me add that. The higher up here you go, the more romantic personality, the more personality you can figure out. The higher up here you go, the more time you save out of your day. So you're saving time in your day, you can go spend it, obviously however you please. And then here, we're going in this direction. So this one's hopefully similar or self-explanatory. The further in this direction you go, that just means the more and more tickers you need to worry about. So what's the correlation here? How does this all react as one? Well, here is the big slope. Here is the line that really summarizes the point that the big money prescribes to, meaning when you're not focused on that many tickers, where does this match you up? You're way up here. Your romantic level, you can really get to know that stock. You light those candles, you maybe take the stock out for dinner a few times. You're getting to know that stock. You're getting to know how it trades. But where does that match it up over here? Well, check this out. You're saving a lot of time. Why are you saving time, though? Well, think about it. You don't have to run scans over thousands upon thousands of ticker symbols. You don't have to try to figure out what's going on. You have a select few of charts that you want to pay attention to. Again, most people, myself included, I probably keep an eye on about 8 ticker symbols for options. Many other traders in the room keep an eye on even less. Some are like, I only care about three charts out there. And that's the great thing about options is there's always going to be opportunities every day. The way options function and just move with the market, there's always going to be potential and very nice potential within every single day. So you don't need a bunch of ticker symbols to do that. So let's just say you're focused on, a trader like me, there's thousands. So way down here, there's thousands of ticker symbols out there. But you're thinking, you know what? I'm going to keep an eye on 5 different charts where I know the options are very liquid every day. So that puts you way down here. What about for people like myself, again, that are just always on the move? Well, my romantic level is not very good. I kind of maybe date them for a day and then maybe even just a few minutes. I don't know. But my ability to know their personality, very low. At the same time, the time I have to spend to find things is much more if I just knew. It's kind of almost like cheating. If you know what charts you're going to play the next day, it's kind of like you're looking into the future. You're already pre-planning your day and your day hasn't even happened because, again, you know what ticker symbols you're going to look at because options, just the way they function, narrow down your choices to begin with. But as you know, by narrowing down your choices, you can get to know them better. Whereas the people that aren't using options and you think about penny stock people, which is the worst. There's barely any tickers, but they're always changing. There's always different things going on. So they're way down here. They're spending all sorts of time, and they can't get to know any of these charts because just when things maybe start to get enough volume, all the volume goes elsewhere. So a very, very tricky situation for penny stock people. But that is the difference, and to me, it all boils back to here. Big money has big money for a reason because they know what they're doing. If you don't think that they've run all sorts of studies and just spent lots of money to figure out what really works, what makes a trader most efficient, what makes a trader get most romantic with certain stocks, with certain companies, then you're crazy. I guarantee you they've poured all sorts of money into that. And again, that's why they have the big money. They know what they're doing, and that's what they do with their traders. And that is, I think, a very, very big attraction to options itself. Like I said, am I saying you have to do strictly options? I'm not saying that, but just something to keep in mind. Don't fall for that trap of, options are bad because there's not as many choices out there. That's a load of crap. So that is all I have. Our romantic time is now going to come to an end. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those below. I really do like hearing from people, and I do my best to try to interact as much as possible. Also, just something simple you could do if you want me to keep making these videos, click that like button. If you're watching this on my site, claytrader.com, click one of those share buttons you see up above. Like I said, little clicks of the mouse like that go a long way, and I'm more than happy to try to continue to do videos like this just to kind of shed some lights on some of these overall concepts in the market. So thanks for watching. As always, get out there, trade without emotion. And don't look at a limited amount of choices as a detriment. It's actually quite the opposite, a very, very positive thing.